guys, welcome to VChem World. In this lecture, we will discuss on the concentration term. In the previous lecture, we discussed on the mass percentage, volume percentage, parts per million, molarity and molality. Next, we define is the mole fraction. How do we define mole fraction? First, consider as the beaker. In the beaker, solution. We know that this is the beaker and this solution. Solution is made up of the two parts, solute and solvent. For example, consider solute give name as the A and solvent B. So we can say that the solute and solvent present in this beaker means that this is the A and B. So A is a solute and B is a solvent. First we know about the mole of the A and B. How to find out the moles? So moles N is equal to weight upon mass. That way we find out the number of moles. So number of moles of A is equal to Na and number of moles of B is equal to Nb. Then next we find out the mole fraction. Mole fraction denoted by X. For example, we find out the mole fraction of A. So it's denoted XA is equal to mole fraction of Na means means number of moles of solute upon total number of moles of solute and solvent. So number of solute plus number of solvent. So this is the total number of the solution. That way we find out the number of moles of A. Second way, number of moles of B. That is the number of moles of B upon Na plus Nb. This is the mole fraction of the B. So total number of mole fraction is equal to Xa plus Xb is equal to 1. This is always 1. So that way in the solution A solute and B solvent. In another trinary and quaternary solution present. In the trinary, 3 component present. 3 component means 2 solute and 1 solvent. Quaternary, 3 solute and 1 solvent. That same way we define the mole fraction. How to define? For example, consider 3 component system. In the 3 component system, 2 solute and 1 solvent present. So it gives the Na, Nb and Nc. How to find out the mole fraction to each? For example, mole fraction of A is equal to number of mole of A upon total number of mole of Na plus Nb plus Nc. Then second, Xb, mole fraction of B is equal to number of moles of B upon number of moles of A, B and C. Means total number of moles in solution. Then C is equal to Nc upon Na plus Nb plus Nc. And total number of mole fraction Xa plus Xb plus Xc is equal to always 1. So that way we find out that the mole fraction. Calculate the mole fraction of ethylene glycol in a solution containing 25% of C2H6O2 ethylene glycol by mass. We calculate the mole fraction. First we know about the mole fraction is the number of mole of component A upon number of mole of component A plus number of moles of component B. In this given is the ethylene glycol in a solution. So ethylene glycol is a solute and solution is made up of the water. So this is the binary system. In the beaker, A and B. A is the solute and B solvent. And given the 25% of solution, we know that the meaning of the 25% of ethylene glycol. So 25 gram of C2H6O2 dissolved in 100 gram of water. First we know about the numbers of moles of A and numbers of moles of B. That numbers of moles of A. A means C2H6O2 is equal to weight upon molecular mass. This weight is 25 gram upon molecular mass of the C2H6. How to find out the molecular mass? C2H6O2 is equal to 2 carbon plus 6 hydrogen plus 2 oxygen. That is the 2 into 12 plus 6 plus 2 into 60. So it gives the C2H6O2. Its value gives the 24 plus 6, 30, 30 plus 32, 62 gram per mole. 25 divided by 62 gram per mole. Gram cancel out. So 25 divided by 60, it gives the mole inverse. So that is the numbers of moles of A. Next we consider the numbers of moles of B. B is the H2O. Total solution, for example, we consider as the total is 100 gram. In the solute part 25 gram. So 100 minus 25, this is the 75 gram upon water molecular mass is 18 gram per mole. This is cancel out. So 75 by 18 mole inverse. Na and Nb. Then find out that the mole fraction of ethylene glycol. Only find out ethylene glycol. So that is the XA is equal to Na upon Na plus Nb. This is the numbers of moles of A. So this answer gives the 25 and 62. So numbers of moles of A is equal to 0.403 divided by total 0.403 plus 4.166. This gives the answer of the mole fraction of A. Then find out the mole fraction of B. How to find out? We know that XA plus XB is equal to 1. Total number of moles is always 1. So we know that this value XA put in this. So XB is equal to 1 minus XA. This is the mole fraction of B, means mole fraction of water, and this is the mole fraction of the ethylene glycol. Next question for mole fraction. How to find out the mole fraction? So question is, find out mole fraction of NaOH in 0.25 molar solution. Given solution is 0.25 molar. For the mole fraction, we know about that the mole fraction is given in the terms of the numbers of moles. How to find out the numbers of moles? Molarity is equal to numbers of moles of solute divided by the volume of solution in liter. Given value molarity 0.25 is equal to volume of solution in 1 liter. So multiply with 1. Its answer 0.25 is equal to number of moles of solute. Then how to find out the gram of solute? Means weight of the solute. So numbers of solute is equal to, we know that the mole is equal to weight by molecular mass. This is the 0.25 molarity is equal to numbers of mole W upon molecular mass for the NaOH is equal to 40. Sodium 23, 16 plus 1, 40 gram. So weight is equal to 40 multiplied with 0.25. That is the 10 gram. So weight of the NaOH is 10 gram. That way weight of the NaOH is 10 gram and 100 minus 10 is equal to 9. So this is the weight of NaOH and this is the weight of H2O. Solute and solvent. Then we find out the numbers of moles of solute. Numbers of moles of solute is equal to weight upon molecular mass 10 by 40. is equal to 0.25 mole. Then numbers of moles of solvent is equal to 90 by 18. 18, 9, 2. This value is the 5 moles. Then we find out the mole fraction. Mole fraction of A means mole fraction of the NaOH. X is equal to 0.25 divided by 5 plus 0.25 is equal to the mole fraction of A. Then find out the mole fraction of B. So XA plus XB is equal to 1. Then XB is equal to 1 minus XA. So this is the answer of the mole fraction of H2O. Next term is the normality. What is the meaning of the normality? Normality of a solution is the number of gram of equivalent of solute dissolved in per liter of solution. In this molarity, that is the numbers of moles of solute, and normality, numbers of gram equivalent mass. So that is it is denoted by N is equal to numbers of gram equivalent of solute divided by the volume of solution in the given in the liter, and instead of the liter it's given is the ml or centimeter cube, so it's multiplied with the 1000. Then what is the meaning of the number of gram equivalent of solute? So gram equivalent is equal to the mass of solute upon equivalent mass, whereas the molarity, mass of solute upon molar mass. In this, gram equivalent is equal to mass of solute upon equivalent mass. For normality, units is equal to gram equivalent upon liter. So this is per liter. Next we discuss on the relationship between the normality and molarity and detailed meaning of the equivalent mass. How to define the equivalent mass. Here we discuss on the relationship between the normality and molarity. First we know about the molarity. Molarity is equal to the mass of solute divided by molar mass multiplied with the volume of solution. And normality is equal to mass of solute divided by the equivalent mass and multiply with volume of solution. Then divide by this term, N by M is equal to mass of solute cancel out, and volume of solution cancel out. So normality 1 upon equivalent mass and molarity is equal to 1 upon molar mass. So N by M is equal to molar mass upon equivalent mass. And normality is equal to molarity multiplied with molar mass upon equivalent mass. This is the relationship between the normality and molarity. Normality is equal to molarity into molar mass upon equivalent mass. How to calculate equivalent mass? So equivalent mass is equal to molar mass upon N factor. What is the N factor? How to find out the N factor? For example, we find out the equivalent mass of element. So N factor is first element. So its N factor is valency. Then second, we find out the equivalent mass of acid. So its N factor is the numbers of H plus. Then third, find out the base. So its n factor is numbers of OH minus. And fourth, for the salt, so salt's n factor is the numbers of cation charge. For example, consider as the equivalent mass is equal to molar mass upon n factor. NaOH. NaOH is base. For the base, n factor is a number of OH minus. In the NaOH, number of OH minus is equal to 1. So, equivalent mass of NaOH is equal to molar mass of NaOH is equal to 40 divided by the n factor is equal to 1. So, its equivalent mass is equal to 40. Then, find out the HCl. For the HCl, only H plus ion present. So, it gives the 36.5 divided by 1. Its equivalent mass 36.5. That same way, H3PO4. Its molecular mass divided by 3. Its n factor 3 because of the 3H plus ion. Then next is the MgOH twice. This is the base and its OH minus is 2. So its OH minus 2, so its n factor 2. Its molecular mass divided by 2, it gives the equivalent mass. Then find out that the acid base element, then salt. For example, the element consider as the nitrogen. So nitrogen is a 3 valency. So nitrogen molecular mass upon divided by 3. So it gives the equivalent mass of the element. Then consider as the salt. For example, salt is NaCl. So NaCl molecular mass 58.5 divided by 1. Why divided by 1? Because of the numbers, because of the n factor is 1. Number of cation charge is plus 1. So it's divided by 1. Then second is MgCl2. So its molecular mass divided by the n factor is 2. Why this is divided by 2? Because of the in the Mg plus 2 charge and Cl minus 1. Only we consider as the positive charge. So numbers of positive charge is equal to 2. So molecular mass divided by 2 is equal to the equivalent mass of the MgCl2. That way we find out that the equivalent mass is equal to molar mass upon n factor. Equivalent mass of the oxidizing or reducing agent. How to find out that this is the equivalent mass is equal to molar mass upon n factor is the numbers of gain or loss of electron. For example, consider as the find out the equivalent mass of KMnO4. And this stable state is converted into Mn plus 2. So KMnO4, first find out the oxidation state of this KMnO4. How to find out the oxidation state? That is the K plus Mn plus 4 oxygen is equal to 0. K plus 1, find out the Mn, and 4 2 minus, oxygen minus 2. So 4 multiplication with minus 2, this is the plus 1 plus Mn minus 8 is equal to 0. So Mn is equal to plus 7. So this is the KMnO4 oxidation state is plus 7 and this is the plus 2. So plus 7 converted into plus 2. How to convert? So plus 7 gain 5 electron and convert it into plus 2. That way we find out that the molar mass of the KMnO4 is 158 divided by the number of gain or lost. In this KMnO4, numbers of gain of electron is 5. So it's converted into plus 2 to plus 7 divided by the 5 electron. Its answer 31.5. So that way we find out that the oxidizing and reducing agent equivalent mass. Calculate the normality of solution containing 31.5 gram of oxalic acid in 250 ml of solution. So we know that to find out the normality is equal to the mass of solute divided by the equivalent mass multiplied with the volume of solution. In this given data, mass of solute is given 31.5 divided by the volume of solution given is the 250 ml. So 250 in the ml, so it's multiplied with 1000. Then we find out the equivalent mass. In this equation given the molar mass. We find out equivalent mass. How to find out? So equivalent mass is equal to molar mass upon n factor. Molar mass given value 126 and n factor. For the n factor, this is the acid, oxalic acid. For the acid, n factor is the numbers of H plus ion. So this oxalic acid, number of H plus ion is 2. Because of this is the COOH, COOH. Oxalic acid number of H plus ion 2. So it's n factor 2. So 126 divided by 2. That is the answer 63 gram per equivalent. So put this value 63 and find out the n value. Earlier we discussed on the different terms of concentration. Concentration divided into two parts, temperature dependent and temperature independent. In the all the concentration, we only talk about the volume and weight. For the temperature dependent is the volume and temperature independent is weight. Because of the when temperature increase, volume of the substance increase, or temperature decrease, its volume decrease. That way volume is the temperature dependent and weight is the temperature independent. For the all concentration, any concentration when volume is present, so it is the temperature dependent, and only weight present, it is the temperature independent. First we start with the first, that is the percentage weight by weight or percentage mass. It's denoted by the percentage weight by weight. So it's only depend on the mass. So this one is the temperature independent. Then next we discuss on the percentage volume by volume. It's depend on the volume. So this is the temperature dependent. Next, percentage weight by volume. Because of the presence of the volume. So this is the temperature dependent. Then now we discuss on the ppm. That is the parts per million. So this is also present on the volume of solution. So its category is the temperature dependent. Next we discuss on the molarity. Molarity is the numbers of moles of solute per liter of the solution. Per liter of the solution, so volume present. This volume present, it is the temperature dependent. Next we consider is the molality. In the molality is the numbers of moles of solute per dissolved in 1 kilogram of solvent. That is the 1 kilogram. That is the depend on the weight. So it is the temperature independent. Molality, temperature independent. Then next we discuss on the normality. Normality is the number of gram of equivalent of solute dissolved in per liter of solution. So that is the solution present, it is a volume, it is the temperature dependent. So normality is temperature dependent. Temperature independent term, percentage weight by weight, molality, and then next mole fraction. In the mole fraction, only numbers of mole of component A divided by the number of moles of component A plus numbers of moles of component B. So it is the independent of the volume. That way, concentration divided into two, temperature dependent, temperature independent. Temperature dependent term, percentage volume by volume, percentage weight by volume, ppm, molarity and normality. And temperature independent, percentage weight by weight, molality and mole fraction. Here given is the concentration and its units. That is concentration, first is the molarity and its unit mole per liter or m. M means molar. It is a very easy to find out the units of concentration. We know that the definition of the concentration, so that molarity is equal to numbers of moles of solute divided by volume. Volume of solution in liter. So that is numbers of moles, moles unit mole, and volume of solution is liter. So mole by liter. This is the unit of molarity. That same way molality is equal to mole per kilogram, because in the molarity we uses the volume of solvent in per kilogram. That is the mole per kilogram. It is denoted by small m and it is denoted by the capital M. Then next is the mole fraction. This is the unitless or dimensionless. Because of the, in the mole fraction, consider as the numbers of mole fraction of the A is equal to numbers of moles of A upon numbers of moles of Na plus B. This unit is mole and it's also unit mole. Mole cancel out, so it's dimensionless. Mole fraction is no unit. Then mass percentage given in this percentage, so it's unit percentage. Volume percentage, it's unit percentage. Then ppm by mass, parts per million by mass, so it's unit parts per million by mass, and given value it's parts per million by volume, so this is the parts per million by volume. Next is the relation between the molarity and molality. 1 by m, this m is the molality, and rho by m molarity minus m2 upon 1000. This m2 is the mass of solute. Then next, relation between the molality and mole fraction. So m is equal to x2 multiplication with 1000 into density upon mole fraction. That way we find out the molarity and mole fraction. Next, the relationship between the molality and mole fraction. So molality m and 1000, mole fraction is x2 and x1 upon m. So that way we find out the different relationship between the molarity, and mole fraction, and molality and mole fraction. For this, it's not given in the description box.